keep us all safe and to help our health workers, it's vital to know quickly if you've come in contact with someone who has tested positive for coronavirus. It's why we've introduced the COVID Safe app. With your privacy protected by law, COVID Safe keeps a secure note of other users you've been near if you have to go out. So, if they test positive for coronavirus, you'll be notified. It'll help us stop the spread sooner so we can get back to the things we love. Download COVID Safe today. Authorised by the Chief Medical Officer, Canberra.
Kenny Coulston is a long-time member and past board member. Kenny, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Tell us about Kurrawa. What a great club this is. Right back to the start, or when you joined, it was not here, this beautiful building. It was sort of next door, wasn't it?
It was. I joined 1996. I moved up from Sydney. I was a member of Kurrawa Surf Club down in Sydney. And we decided to come to the Gold Coast. We moved our business operation to the Gold Coast. And we moved up here. I knew some of the Kurrawa boys from the March Pass because I marched with Kurrawa in Sydney. And the day we got here, they were waiting for me, signed me up, and I think I was in the March Pass team 2 weeks later. So that was in 1996. So I've been here all that time, just volunteered around the club, help out where I can. Yeah, when I first joined, we were in the club next door. I think went through 2 renovations over there before we built this.
Did you help paint?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody did. Everybody did.
And that's a beauty of a surf club. It's a community club, isn't it?
Absolutely. We are a community club here too, and we pride ourselves on that because 2 years ago we won the best community club in Queensland at the Queensland Club Awards. We have, I think I've mentioned before, we have disabled kids come here, we have foster kids come here, we have schools come here from out west, and we teach them life-saving skills. And then we've got a team of guys here called the Old Boys, ably led by our president Geoffrey, and we cook barbecues for these kids and whatever.
And you'd be the youngest, though, of the Old Boys.
Absolutely.
Keep you going for the next barbecue.
Next barbecue. We enjoy doing it.
Tell us about the club, though. It's an amazing club.
Amazing surf club this. Yeah, we've got a lot of members. I can't tell you exactly how many patrolling members now, but I think about 300. We've got 400 nippers. So,
which is stunning, isn't it? And the social club, though, is very important for the everyday running of the club. Well,
the main objective of the supporters club is, and I've just spent 7 years on the board there, I got off last year, is to raise money for the surf club, because our prime objective is to save lives on those beaches. We've never lost a life between the flags, and we don't intend to. So that's what the supporters club's for. Plus, we do support some other junior clubs around the district.
And it's fantastic for families. I mean, the adults can have a beverage, they can help around the club. The kids can join nippers. Tell us about nippers.
Well, nippers, I think they start about 6, what they call the green caps. They come along and then they gradually progress up through the ages, right up till they do their bronze medallion and join the senior club. And most of those kids, now a lot of our senior members now have come right through the nippers. And they're clubbies for life. They don't go jumping around from surf club to surf club. They're Kurrawa members, and that's where they say, and they're your best members, because it's in their blood.
The COVID-19 crisis, coronavirus, it's created some problems for businesses and surf clubs along the coast because your members can't go, you can't spend money. But it doesn't mean the club is closed down, because once we get through this, the club is stronger and better than ever.
Absolutely. It's been very difficult for certainly our managers and our staff here. As you can see, we're in the club now and it's closed, and they don't know what the future holds, and we don't know when they're going to let us open again. The kids, it's been hard for them because they were training, they were at their peak, just about ready to perform at the Aussies, which would have been the weekend just gone. And they just all had to stop. And now they're locked out of the club. The Surf Life Saving Queensland don't want us letting the kids in the club getting their boards and everything out for the social distancing. So they've been locked out. And yeah, it's been very difficult, but we'll come out the other side a stronger club.
In the meantime, we have truly some of the best bacon and egg rolls, great singers, coffee is fantastic downstairs, and you're an expert on the coffee.
Yeah, I'm an expert. I get to try the coffee every morning.
Tell us what Kurrawa Surf Club means to you.
Oh, it's my second home, and I think I mentioned to you once before that it's a lot of this, the club is for a lot of the kids their second home. They turn up here straight after school, still in their school uniforms, rip in, change, and they're on their boards. So in the morning, I've seen kids come in there, have brekkie, put their school uniforms on and go to school. To me, it's been surf life saving in general has been fantastic. I joined when I sold the farm in Victoria and moved to Sydney, and I just fell in love with surf life saving and then joined Kurrawa. I just love volunteering around the place with the group of old guys and the coaches and everybody else, and we do.
And
what
younger
we can.
ones.
Yeah, the younger ones as well. The kids, all the kids down there, we all know one another, and yeah, we love cooking the barbecues. We just love helping out around the place.
Kenny, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you very much.
The Kurrawa Club, it's just a fantastic part of Broadbeach.
Yep.
Tell us about the history.
Over 60 years ago now was when the first surf life saving building was opened here at Kurrawa, and it's seen many changes through the years, a few additions, and this is a total new venue for us that we opened on 30th of November 2017.
And the money from here goes back to the club, doesn't it?
Back to the surf club. Not only our surf club, it's the broader community as well.
Tell us about what we have in front of us. I mean, Jason did a great job too.
Yes, he did. And we've got a really great team in our kitchen. So yeah, a 300 gram Black Angus steak cooked in the charcoal oven, giving it that signature smoky flavour with some roasted vegetables.
So if I just cut it here,
Yep.
and this is one of the best cuts of meat you can have, isn't it?
Yes, and good value for money.
Yep. And it goes well with a beer.
A beer.
Yeah. It's,
We're by the beach.
so there we are. Now what if I cut a bit for you? Because I know you've had it before, but we can just taste it together.
Yep.
This is just getting to know you. It looks fantastic. I'd like to say cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Yeah. And you can taste the smoke. Now, if somebody wants to find out more about here, how would they do that? I mean, obviously you've got a website.
We do.
Yep.
kurrawasurf.com.au. We've got a Facebook page, Instagram, all those other forms of social media out there these
That's right,
days.
which you're into, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think we have to be.
Cheers. This is fantastic. Oops, as you lose your fork, we'll pick that up later on. Tracy,
Thank you.
fantastic, wonderful part of Broadbeach, and appreciate your time and the beer.
You're welcome.
Oh, and the food too. Thanks,
Enjoy the
Jason.
club.
Oh, thank you. We always do. Our special guest today is Paul Taylor, been here since 1980.
Well, I think it was 1978, been in the Gold Coast.
About 2 years.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
who's counting?
Who's counting, yeah.
You've seen some amazing things over the last...
Well, look, over the last
Over the
20
last
years,
20
for a start,
years,
you know,
yes.
it's an amazing place, the Gold Coast, and
Yep.
it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger every year.
And you're really into the community, councillor.
Councillor for 8 years. I've
Yep.
retired this year. Prior to that, I was president of the surf club here for 16 years, and prior to that, I was involved with soccer clubs and other surf clubs.
Tell us about the surf club here.
Sure.
The transition from being next door, a couple of feet away, on,
Yep.
on the beach still,
Yes.
to here to this beautiful building.
Yeah, well, look, it's a long story how that happened. We, going back many years prior to becoming the president here, we used to get rattle tins to get collection for money, and that stopped through an accident one of the kids had, and so I decided I had to speak up at a meeting and say, can we have some poker machines in here when the poker machines came
Or
out?
one-arm bandits.
Whether that's good or bad.
Were they the push-button ones in, or the...
No, there's one-arm bandits in those days.
I remember those.
I know, remember those?
yeah.
So I think we had 5 of them, and it was $200,000 which we had to find, and myself and 5 others guaranteed that, so we did get the club going, and over the years we've just multiplied and multiplied. The club's got bigger, and you see where we are today.
The club is not just the building, it's not just the nippers, it's not just the surf lifesavers, it's not just the social club, it's a combination of the whole community.
The club itself is a building, but the club is the community.
Yep.
The community. As you said, you did say it, the nippers, you've got the nippers, the lifesavers, it's the people, and that's what the club's all about, and that's what any club's all about. That's what we pride ourselves on the Gold Coast to be. You know, we pride ourselves to be volunteers, and that's what we are. I think just about all over the Gold Coast are volunteers. People come from Melbourne and Sydney to volunteer, and they've finished up in this case with a beautiful clubhouse like we've got here.
Not far away, we hope, fingers crossed, that we can start to get back to normality post-coronavirus or COVID-19. It's a great family club, and Nippers really says it all, doesn't it, about family? Tell us about Nippers.
Okay, well, Nippers, I think when I first came here in 1980, we didn't have Nippers here then. It was, had them years previously, but we didn't have them there. So myself and another lifesaver started the Nippers out here, and we got that to quite a big, I think we've got about 600 in there now. So the kids are the main thing. And one thing, talk about Lifesaving Club, you've got your juniors, you've got your seniors, and you've got your old boys like myself. And we all work together.
But not so old.
Oh, well, no. Well,
Kenny Coulston said before, he said, yeah, sure, it's the old boys club,
yeah,
but we're not that old.
No, but that's true. But what I'm trying to say, we're one group from an 8-year-old to a 90-year-old, you know. Now, if one of the 90-year-olds got into trouble with anything, you'd have a 6-year-old kids backing them up.
Wow.
Vice versa. So that's a community.
So it's family, isn't it?
It's family. It's a total family, and it will continue on to be a total family because that is the Gold Coast. We are volunteers.
Tell us what makes a great old boy.
Well, I think a great old boy is a guy that's been in the surf club many years.
Yes.
He's been there. He's gone probably from Nippers or not even from an adult through the training, through all the competition, and then he finishes up with saying, where do I go from here? So most of your old boys will go on your committees then. They'll go on your committees to bring up the youngsters up. But the old boys have also got a team between themselves, and they just work together. As I said, they go and have a drink together. We'll go do the barbecues for the Nippers. They'll do barbecues for the old boys. They'll become officials. So it's still all the time until you're 90 or 100. If you make it, you've got something to do all the time.
Now, I have to ask you this, and you have to be
Honest.
truthful.
Well,
honest.
I'm a politician.
Okay, you've got to try, to be honest and truthful.
Yeah.
That's a very serious question, to do with the old boys.
Yeah.
Okay. I love Bunnings barbecues.
Right, yes.
Are you as good as Bunnings?
What do you mean?
Well,
Doing a barbecue?
Yeah, the barbecue, the sausage in the...
You've got to remember, we're lifesavers. We are professional barbecuers. Well, Bunnings, you've got also different clubs that come in, and they're not professional barbecuers. So yes, we do fantastic barbecues.
And I've heard... Now, I heard from Ken before, he says the difference between the gourmet Bunnings barbecue, with the beautiful white bread, this greasy sausage that's oozing with the sauce, and I love my mustard, is that because they put the onions on underneath it, you guys put it on top.
Well, Kenny would know.
That is a revelation, I've got to tell you, for barbecue connoisseurs like mine.
Yeah, well, Kenny would know that because he goes to Bunnings quite a bit too and buys sausages.
Stealing ideas.
Stealing ideas. But no, look how
the sausage wars have begun.
And it's don't forget, it's not just the guys; it's the ladies too.
And then after that, you have libations, of course.
Yes.
What goes best with the sausage? With the onions.
Gee, ask me what goes best.
This is 60 minutes on steroids.
What goes best is coming down to the beach on a beautiful day like today, and smelling those sausages coming through and the onions coming through. Then taking your first sausage and looking out to the surf, all the guys on surf, and taking that first bite. Beautiful.
I needed the orchestra, but we couldn't find it. But it sounds fantastic. You know what you are actually saying though. That Surf Lifesaving, Kurrawa, is this conduit of this fantastic community.
Absolutely.
Over the years that you've been part of the club, and don't reflect on the building of this beautiful building, what is one thing that stands out that has meant to you the most?
What? Friendship and comradeship. And we all come down here, I haven't been here for a while, but normally Thursday nights and Friday nights, all the old boys come down here and mix and have a few yarns and tell a few jokes.
But it's all about community.
Absolutely. It's all about people.
Ex-councillor, they say the president, it's always the president, so do we say councillor always, or you ex-councillor?
You say Paul. Councillor and president's gone. I'm back to normal.
But the son is now taken over.
He's taken over, so we'll see how he goes.
You still give him a clip in the ears?
Oh, he gives me a clip in the ear now. He doesn't agree with everything I say.
Paul Taylor, thank you very much.
Great, thanks very much, Mike.
Coronavirus is most likely to spread from person to person when we come into close contact with one another. We can all help stop the spread by keeping our distance. This means do not shake hands or exchange physical greetings, and wherever possible, stay at least 1.5 metres away from others. It's also really important to practice good hygiene, especially after being in public places. Together, we can help stop the spread and stay healthy. Visit health.gov.au to learn more. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Geoff Toussaint-Hayes is the general manager here at Kurrawa Surf Club. Tell us about the club and the changes that you've seen since you've been here, which is, was it 1811? No, sorry, it wasn't 1811, it was 2011.
Yes, correct.
Tell us about the club.
When I started at the club had just taken back over the food operation, so I was employed as the executive chef back then, and created a dynamic team to bring some really good fresh food to the old club, and just basically up the quality of the food that they had before the club took the dining facility back over.
And now though, the food it's just continuing to be brilliant.
Yes, the food, I stepped out of the kitchen 2.5 years ago, and my sous chef back in the day is now the executive chef in charge, we've been working together for 12 years on and off, Jason. So he's doing a fantastic job with his team, just in the process of writing another new menu, and yeah, times to look forward to moving forward.
From being chef to the boss.
Yes.
Tell us about that transition.
It was hectic, very hectic. It was baptism of fire, just basically thrown in at deep end, and move the old club to the new club, apply for the position of general manager, and then New Year's Day start as a general manager in this venue.
Did you wear a big hat on your first day?
No.
You forgot to take it off?
No,
nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Just get on and get the job done. And we were so busy with opening this venue that you went from a 260 seat restaurant dining bar to 460 seats. So we nearly doubled in size. More gaming machines, a function room. Everything became bigger, and a cafe as well. So everything grew, and we had to improvise on the run.
You were rocketing along, then COVID-19 happened. No one could use the club. The coffee shop and little cafe still was, plodding along.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing that down the track there's a move to make things as normal as can be. So the club will then open. So before you had this great menu, I mean, I thought your food was fantastic. The beer was always nice.
Nice and chilled.
Oh, lovely. And even a shardy was always good, or a red wine, and never expensive because I'm cheap anyway. But the difference between COVID-19, what was happening then, what's going to happen now once we're out of this emergency?
Once we get through this, we'll hopefully at some stage get back to normal. I think it's going to take anything up to 18 months before we get back to where we need to be. But nothing will change on our side of the business. We'll just go back to hopefully giving great service.
The restaurant, let's go from steaks, fabulous steaks, to what can we expect now? I believe that we could be having an Italian influence.
Yeah, we're looking at options on the table at the moment. We've got something in the pipeline that we're going to keep low key for the time being.
Can't you just tell us?
We're going to
just a little bit.
We're going to install a pizza oven. So we're going to go down that line and try and capture that market now as well, and move forward. We're just trying to always look at how we can do things better than what we've done in the past, to go alongside our Spanish charcoal oven, which we do all our steaks in, and twice cooked brisket and pork bellies. So it's
starving.
We're just trying to make ourselves better and more in demand by the public and the community.
Now, pizza on a Friday night, cold beer, a couple of slices of fantastic pizza, footy on the TV.
Yeah, what a great night.
But Jason said he'd been to New York and he'd seen the New York pizzas, which are, they're runny. They've got oil coming off it, cheese and tomato, or in their tomato. How will your pizzas be? You going to do any of those heart stopper pizzas?
No, we're going to still try and keep it healthy, but exciting.
Healthy?
You know? Healthy, exciting.
We can't do that.
Yes, you've got to in nowadays.
What about those that really care about the temple and that want to have a cold beer and a runny,
there'll
juicy
still be
pizza?
pizzas. There'll still be pizzas for those people, but yeah, we're trying to do a traditional and a more specialty pizza. So we've got 2 different types and different toppings, and we want quality at the end of the day. We want something that people are going to go, wow, that was really good, really well priced, and come back again for. And enjoy it. That's the key. We want people to come back, enjoy this great venue, and basically have a great time.
The philosophy of the club, what is it?
Basically, be the best we can be. Always look after our customers, our patrons, our members. We're here for our members. So make sure we give the best service, you know, and always smile to our customers and greet them well and treat them politely. So we've got to be on our A game when we reopen. Everyone's going to be in the same boat, and we've just got to basically give 110% when we reopen.
Now, membership, is it open now?
People can start applying for membership as of July 1, and basically, we'll give you 2 months free membership. Hopefully, people will be able to use it, but we can't say yes or no. And move forward and come back and support your local community club and assist saving lives on the beach.
What does membership cost?
Membership costs $10 and $5 for over 55s for a year.
Wow.
And you get discounts. You get $2 off a meal, anything up to $1 off a beer.
If somebody wants to find out more, website, what's the address?
www.kurrawasurf.com.au, and just pop by, and we'd love to have you here.
As they say, we're living the dream.
We are.